businessman, Dave Fishwick, joins us live in the studio. Dave, so good to see you, because we spoke to you via Zoom a couple of weeks ago and you told us you were coming here. We said you'd get you on set, so here you are.
Good morning, Australia, I'm here. Yeah. I've just been looking on the globe out back there and I'm looking how far it is. It's a long way. 26 hours just to see you, Laura.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate that, Dave, and for what a great cause, really, because the story is amazing. I've been lucky enough to see Bank of Dave. What are you out here for?
Well, we're going to publicise the movie. The movie's going to come out on the 1st of June. It's going to be brilliant. I hope lots of people go and see it. And I think they're going to enjoy the feel-good factor of it. People have been coming out there saying, do you know what? It gives you that warm feeling inside, and we really need that now.
Yeah, absolutely we do. We need a bit of good news. So tell us about the Bank of Dave and the kind of people that you've been able to help.
Yes. So what we do is we help people, hardworking people, pensioners, get the best rate of interest on the high street, because banks don't like paying interest. And then we take that money and we lend it to people and businesses who can't borrow from the high street bank through no fault of their own. And then after the profits are took out for charities, the rest of it is used for overheads. So we actually don't make any money other than what we give away. So it's a charitable bank.
So tell us about the type of people that you have helped, though. Do you remember that first loan you ever gave?
Well, the first loan I gave was Rachel at Garland's Florist. She rang me and she said, Dave, I need your help. She was in tears. I went up there and I got to the florist shop and there's somebody there smashing the front of the shop down. And I'm thinking, what's happening? And she'd got a builder to change the front of the shop. The shop was rotten. And I went in, I said, I said, Rachel, what's wrong? And she said, Dave, I'd gone to the Yorkshire Bank. They said they're going to lend me the money. I then got a builder there to knock the front of the shop down. And I said, well, if you got a loan, why am I here? And she said, well, they said yes, and then they said no, a computer changed its mind 300 miles away. So I lent her the money. I had a picture took with her, so she has a picture with the bank that said yes and then no, and then one with me that actually did it. So we lend money to people who can't borrow from the high street bank. Yeah,
so you've really changed people's lives then, and as I said, it's immortalised in this movie that's going to be in cinemas right around Australia and New Zealand. What do you hope? Are you hoping to encourage people to do the same? I mean, because your struggle was pretty hard. You had to really fight the establishment. Would you recommend other people do this? Is it really worth it?
I'd love other people to have a go. We need community banks run by the community to benefit the community and not the bonus culture. There's lots of people in Australia, I'm sure, who are entrepreneurs who have some spare money that could perhaps be the person that takes on the establishment. And if anybody's interested, if they ring into your show, I will speak to them. Because if we could get other people in Australia to take charge of their communities, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, right.
So the Bank of Laura, when are we starting it?
I don't know about that. But I like the ring of it. And what did you think when you first saw, obviously you had a lot of involvement in the movie, but what did you think when you first saw the final product? There's a bit of creative licence in there, isn't there?
There's a little creative licence. But, you know, I was watching it on the big screen.
Do you like karaoke?
And I love singing, but I sing terribly. But if you start a song, I'll carry on.
You did in the movie as well, by the way.
But I do love to sing, and Rory's so good at singing. I mean, he looks more like me than I do. I was watching the clip with you, and I'm thinking, I'm on the screen, but he's out of Bond. And I told him, I said, next time you're in Bond, people are going to be shouting at the telly, Dave's in Bond.
Well, it was actually doing my head in, because Rory, who is the actor that plays Dave in this movie, he's also the British Prime Minister in the current season of The Diplomats, which is on Netflix at the moment. So it's really doing my head in, because I've watched Bank of Dave, followed by The Diplomats, and he's gone from you to the Prime Minister.
Well, do you know what? That's a bit of a good change.
Prophetic, maybe.
People do ask me, they say, are you going into politics, Dave? But do you know what? If I went into politics, I'd have to become half of somebody's party, or I'd have to abide by the rules. And really, I'm just far more interested in getting involved with the community. And not just in finance and banking. I love the idea of energy for the community, where an entrepreneur could perhaps buy a block of energy for a community and then split that discount between everybody in that community.
Yeah.
Run by the community to benefit. People who rob banks go to prison, but banks who rob people get paid bonuses. That just has to stop.
Well, Dave, you're a bit of a celebrity now. You still
I don't know about that. I'm just Dave from Burnley, sells a few buses.
Yeah, and you run a bank.
Yeah.
Has that changed your life personally? I mean, how have you been able to stay so community-minded and stay humble?
My wife keeps me very, very grounded, and so does my right-hand man, David H. David H. has been in banking 55 years, the most honest, ethical man on the planet, and he tells me exactly how it is. And my wife, she says to me, I might have been down London meeting Simon Cowell or some big names, and I'll come home and I'll say, I've met so-and-so and so. She'll say, never mind all that nonsense. Do you want corned beef hash or cottage pie for your tea? And it grounds you immediately.
Or pick up the milk on your way home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
29 years together, she ain't bothered about no celebrity nonsense.
I'm sure, Dave.
And she's in the movie. Joe Hartley plays her.
Oh, yes. How good.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Was she happy with that?
She loved her. And do you know what? Joe were really kind too. But Phoebe Denover, she was on the set of Bridgerton, $100 million set. One day, the following day, she flew to Burnley on a private jet. She got off the jet, she come into Burnley Centre, and there she were on a wet Tuesday afternoon having a chip butty with me in Burnley Market.
I love it. That's so good. All right, well, how can people get in touch with you?
They can get in touch on Twitter, @FishwickDavid, or on TikTok, @BankOfDave.
Okay.
Or they can follow you, and you follow me.
That's
so
right.
together, we could do it together.
Well, look, he's telling the truth because that's how I got in contact with Dave, via Twitter.
You did.
So there
you
you
said,
go.
Dave, it's Laura. I said, how are you doing? Come to Australia. I said, I'm here.
Okay. Well, lovely to see you, Dave, and thanks for making a trip out here.
Thank
and
you
thanks
so
for sitting
much.
on set.
Thank you.